always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you. I'm always glad to see polite people like...
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift. What do you think about it?
Are you talking about the torturing?
What else? Seems to me you were all too willing to do that dirty work.
What was I supposed to do? It was a goodwill gesture. What's more, we finally have a chance to put the screws on someone who at least has some answers. Besides, from what you said, you don't particularly mind dirty work.
I don't have a good feeling about it.
Look at it another way. We're doing von Berghoff a favor by doing this. You know what that means, right? He'll be indebted to us. And maybe we'll come to terms with him. It's worth a try.
But you heard von Berghoff. Even his men refused to do it.
Look, if we're really convincing, he might get scared and start singing without any, you know, nasty stuff. But if not...
I don't even know how to torture properly.
I don't even know how to torture badly. For things like that, nobles have minions.
Only now, the minions are...
Us. True. Come on. Let's get it over with as quickly as we can.
I've been thinking about that.
And? Are you ready? Von Berghoff will soon...
Let's do it.
New blood? Did the last two get tired?
We're not Trotsky guards.
I don't give a fuck who you are. I still won't tell you anything.
Lord von Berghoff thinks otherwise.
Aye? Then all three of you can go and hold hands on your way to hell.
Ha ha! We've got a joker here. Who are you?
Nobody important.
That's for us to judge, if you wouldn't mind.
And who are you, if you're not guards?
My name is Henry, and this is Hans Capon.
Sir Hans Capon to you.
We're here at the behest of Laura von Berghoff, but we're not his soldiers.
Vermin just the same. Ah! Fuck off!
This is going nowhere. You know, my friend here is a blacksmith's son. And he knows well what to do with things like these tongues here.
You won't get anything out of me. Bigger men have tried. So take those tongues and shove them up your arse, you horse and traitor!
They won't fit me, but they might fit you. Should we try?
Anything. Just spare me the jokes, please.
Let's do what we came to do. You can see there's no point in fooling around with him. Now you're going to talk, you fucking louse. Understand?
I'm not saying anything. Do as you will.
Someone must be in charge of everything. I want to know who.
Fuck off!
Your leader. Tell me who he is right now. If you don't tell us his name right now, we're gonna fuck you up, and believe me, we can. Remember that time we found out who was leading those bandits near Neuhof?
Yeah. That was horrible. I thought you'd gone raving mad. So much blood.
But he talked eventually, right? Even if there wasn't much left of him.
Hey, hold on, fellas. I don't know him very well. They call him Jan.
Is that it?
I really don't know nothing. I ain't been with him long. But he seems like a straight-up bloke. He's got good ideas, and nobody would dare to go against him.
Where's that band of yours hiding? You're playing the hero here, but we already know where you rats are holed up.
You don't know shit.
You'll tell me, or
What?
or you're gonna suffer. I'll show you how those instruments are used. You'll experience it all firsthand. And other parts.
I've seen bigger fellows than you break down and cry before Henry.
They always have a problem bidding farewell to their little cocks.
Go fuck yourselves. We have a camp in the Barkov. Is that enough? You'll never get there anyway.
I knew something wasn't quite right.
Fuck! We were right in the lion's mouth. How did you manage that?
Old Nabark is a gullible fool, like you two. And stupid as he is, he didn't have many men in the fortress. We took it with one finger up our noses.
Just who are you people? I doubt you're just common bandits.
Indeed not. We actually give a shit about the fate of this land. And above all, we don't want it fucked up by sellouts like you!
Bollocks! You're nothing but a band of mercenaries raiding for coin. You're no different than bandits. So don't try to turn your crimes into something noble. I know quite well what you are. And I'll tell you in a language you understand.
Is there a man among you they call Istvan?
I don't remember.
There's no point in denying it. We know Istvan well.
A bit too well, I'd say.
Look, I'll tell you about him, but only because he's odd anyway.
Finally, something we can agree on.
How do you mean? Odd?
He seemed lily-livered to me. A coward. He avoids combat like the devil does crosses.
Does he have a special sword?
What special sword? Dobradilla.
Henry!
Does he, or doesn't he?
I don't know about any fucking sword!
To hell with you. Somebody in the region must be helping you.
I'll tell you no more. Nothing. Go and crawl back to your von Berghoff.
You must tell me. After all, he's the one responsible for your suffering. If it weren't for him, you wouldn't be rotting here.
That's a load of bollocks!
Oh, is it? If he really wanted to help you, von Bergov wouldn't come out of it alive. I want that bastard's name, now!
Kurva!
The name, say the name!
Olda! Sabine!
The groom! That's why he left his own wedding.
Jesus Christ! And what about the others? Once von Bergov finds out...
All hell will break loose! But the people from the fortress are innocent! They know nothing!
Gnarly. Agnes. Good lord.
If you tell him, their blood will be on your hands!
Von Bergov isn't a madman. He'll meet justice out fairly.
My arse!
Why did you ambush us? Over by Rock Tower Pond.
Fuck! That was you! I knew I saw you somewhere before, and I'm sorry it wasn't for the last time.
You slaughtered a party of messengers, you goddamn monsters! My innocent men!
In war, no one is innocent. All of you on von Bergov's side deserve to die.
They were our friends.
You filth!
What? Satisfied now?
I'll show you.
You murdered my people, so enjoy this, you sack of shit!
Ah!
You're not worth the effort. I think the interrogation is over.
We'll see what Lord von Bergov has to say about it.
Go to hell! And von Bergov too. I pray someone will send you there. Soon.
How do you feel?
Well, I can't say I feel too good about it. But in the end, it wasn't all that horrible. I mean, you had to squeeze him a bit. But I'm glad it didn't go too far.
I reckon he told us everything we wanted to know.
Yes, good work. There's some fella called Jan in charge. They occupied Nabakov, and that bastard Istvan joined them. But what he came out with in the end about that Samin being an ally, I just can't understand it. Why, for God's sake, has Samin turned against von Bergov? It's open rebellion.
Do you think the others in the fortress are in on it? Old Semin? Gnarly?
I hope they're innocent. But either way, it looks like a terrible mess.
Now, there's nothing to be done. We must tell von Bergov what's really going on with Semin.
Don't think he'll be very pleased. Either way, we should go and see him as soon as possible and not drag things out. He's surely already waiting for us impatiently. Excuse me.
Good doggy. Good boy.
I bring news from the torture chamber.
Excellent. I will send for Burgrave Hashek. I want him to hear it too.
We interrogated that captive, as you ordered, sir.
And were you able to find out anything useful?
I think you'll find some of it useful, sir.
Speak then.
The bandits have a camp in Nebakov. Somehow they succeeded in occupying the whole fortress.
What? How? Why? You met with Nemak yourself, Lord Capon. Did you not?
As it turns out, they locked Sir Yaramir away, and someone impersonated him quite convincingly. I'm sorry, sir.
Very well. Apology accepted. At least we have found this out now. They'll soon learn what a mistake they've made.
Your suspicions about the folk in the region haven't proved true. It seems the bandits are working on their own.
That is quite odd. Why would young Semin leave his own wedding? Moreover, right before the ambush. Something seems fishy to me.
Well,
Good to see you. Careful.
I bring news.
Excellent.
And wait, I think
Speak.
the bandits have a camp in Nebakov.
What?
I'm
Very well. At least they'll...
The prisoner confirmed that Istvan Toth is with them.
Ah. That man in black armor, yes? I remember you mentioned him.
Precisely. Black armor. As black as his soul.
I understand you don't like him. That he's only one man. I'm more interested in that pack as a whole.
We got confirmation of what I already told you, sir. Old Asemin is in league with those bandits. And he left his wedding so he could ambush you.
That man. I will make him pay for that. And what of his father? And the people in the fortress? Have they been covering for him all this time?
I don't think so. His disappearance from the wedding wouldn't have caused such a fuss, in that case. Old Semin was quite jarred by it. If he'd known in advance, he'd have acted differently.
That sounds likely. Very well then.
That's all we found out.
I must say, you got quite a lot out of him. Certainly more than your men managed, Hashek.
But sir, they...
In any event, The die has been cast. Hashek, get your men ready. You will go to Semin and deal with that traitor.
He won't escape punishment, sir.
Nebakov will be next in line.
Lord Capon, Henry. We'll meet in the late afternoon by the stables in the upper courtyard. We won't wait for laggards, so be there on time.
My lord?
Prepare a bar.
Certainly, right away.
Should we ride out for Semin?
Wait! We still have to wait for Hashek. We're not going to go there alone. Von Bergov is taking this all a bit too seriously, don't you think?
Are you surprised? He only got out of that ambush alive by a hair's breadth.
Well, so did we. I'm going to go to the stables and wait there for our departure. Come with me if you want.
All right. I'll wait with you.
There you are. Can we get going?
I'm ready.
I'm always ready. As many a wench will tell you.
So mount up and we'll ride out. The rest of the company will join us on the way. We've got a long haul ahead of us, so to hell with unnecessary nonsense. Let's ride. Young Semin can stand against our lord.
Easy, good horse.
I wouldn't want that mare if someone gave it to me for free. Henry, you and Lord Capon have already been to Semin, haven't you?
Aye. In fact, I'd say I know my way around there pretty well. Why?
It's good to know the place you're going to when there could be trouble, knowing its strengths and weaknesses. Number of men, hiding places. So, I'll be counting on you if things go wrong there.
I hope nothing goes wrong. I don't believe old Semin has joined the bandits. Can I ask you, what actually happened when they ambushed you?
You don't even want to know, boy.
I need to know. They ambushed us as well. We've got a score to settle with them too.
I meant to say, I don't want to talk about it.
Well, if you tell me, maybe we'll learn something that will help us.
I suppose you're right. Even if it is an unpleasant memory.
Trust me. I know what you're talking about.
I'll tell it to you like this, boy. I'm an old soldier. I've seen a thing or two. But this was a massacre. They ambushed us from hiding. There was a terrible explosion, smoke everywhere, and they showered us with crossbow bolts and God knows what else.
Smoke?
I don't know what kind of devilment it was, but all manner of confusion broke out among our men, and they took advantage and spared no one. They killed his lordship's field surgeon, and even a maid servant on the cart. But the worst thing is, they killed young Master Albert, Sir Otto's page. I was fond of that boy.
Sorry to hear that.
He protected Lord von Burgo with his own body like a true knight. Saved him, and paid the price himself.
Not everyone has such metal.
Aye. Others would have shit themselves in his place. Only he was the son of a respectable family. And now Lord von Burgo will have to tell his father.
How did you manage to escape?
After the initial chaos, I managed to get a few men together and fight back. We had better armor, we gained a bit of advantage, and they fled.
Just like that?
Aye, it was odd. It seemed once they lost the advantage and surprise, they wouldn't risk it anymore. Or maybe they were going for von Burgo and his captain, and thought they were dead. Von Burgo, Captain Thomas, the page and the scribe were on the ground at that point.
Yeah, there's something to that. What about the prisoner?
We wounded him in the leg, so he was unable to flee with the others. He hid in the woods, but he didn't get far. They left him there. Didn't care about their own people.
Would you recognize any of them?
Damn right I would. They were masked. But if I see some bastard there with a cut-up leg or a scar on his face, It's clear they were in on it, and then there'll be hell to pay in Semine.
An eye for an eye.
A tooth for a tooth, exactly. And I intend to teach them that nicely.
They showed us no mercy at Rock Tower Pond either. One more thing, Burgrave. Their commander. Was he a big man in armor with a mace?
Aye, a mace. And he was damn good with it. That villain is no ordinary bandit, I'll tell you.
So we had the honor of encountering the same band. And did you see another fella there? Black armor, expensive ornate sword.
I don't think so. But if he's with them, we'll get him. Fear not, lad.
There was this cap...
Open the gates! The Lord Burgoff's emissaries! It's about time you also let us in.
Welcome, Hashek. To what do I owe this, somewhat late visit, gentlemen?
Such a hearty welcome. Surely you wouldn't be angry at the Burgrave of Trotsky for merely passing by.
Certainly not. Be my guests.
Just passing by, eh? I don't suppose it's lodgings for the night you're after, gents.
You're right about that. You can stuff your lodgings. I'm interested in that youngster of yours. Where's Older? Are you hiding him?
What do you mean, Hashek?
Don't play games with me. We know everything. He helped ambush Lord von Burgo's company. So where is he?
My Older? But that's...
That's a serious accusation, Hashek. Unless you've got evidence, I'd advise you and your old company to ride back to Trotsky on the double. You two, what's the meaning of this?
Hashek is speaking the truth, sir. We know your son is in league with the bandits, and that he's behind the ambush of Lord von Burgov.
And not just Lord von Burgov.
Yeah, you're mistaken, gentlemen. He was getting married when it happened.
And disappeared from the wedding. Long enough before the attack.
But he...
Hand him over to us.
We're not handing anyone over. Where's your evidence?
We have a witness who confirmed that Older was mixed up in the ambush. Lord Semine, if you know anything...
I'm telling you, he had nothing to do with it.
Come now. Do you expect us to believe that?
My God, he may be hot-headed, but he never killed anyone.
Sir, no.
He's my only son, Hashek. I'll tell you where you can find that damned band. But don't take my Older from me.
Where the fuck do you think we are? In some market where you can bargain with me? Your son helped murder my people. And you expect me to let him go? Hand him over, or this place will be reduced to ashes.
Hashek, you can't do that.
Can't? As you think Lord von Burgo can be betrayed by his very own subjects. So, what'll it be, old man? Will you start cooperating? Or would you rather taste my wrath?
You're going too far. Leave your anger aside. We have to keep a cool head.
I'm sure we can sort it out another way. We'll arrest Alder and take him before Lord von Bergov at Trotsky.
Lord von Bergov won't waste words with such rabble. You've had plenty of chances to hand him over to us peacefully, and you haven't. Your mistake. Alder won't pass through the gate of this fortress alive, nor anyone who stands in my way.
Easy, Hashek. No one's standing in your way. You better listen to him, Lord Semin. This is a serious matter.
Do you not understand me? If you had a son, you wouldn't hand him over to the executioner either.
Keep resisting me, and I can promise he'll never make it to the executioner.
If you try anything, Hashek, I swear.
Shut your mouth, Gnarly. Everyone who's with those bandits is a vile traitor. And everyone helping them as well.
Hashek, don't overdo it. Alder deserves a fair trial, not a blood feud on his entire family.
That's true. Maybe they didn't even know about it.
You surely don't believe them, do you? Ha! I'm going to burn down this nest of vipers. And if anyone tries to stop me, I'll make no distinction between you and them. Well then, which side are you on?
Nothing is going to be burned down.
That's not what Lord von Bergov wanted of you, Hashek. Come to your senses.
You won't tell me what to do or not do. I'll have my revenge on these bastards, and nobody will stand in my way. Not even you.
Enough talk! Guards!
To arms! Hammer them!
Traitor! Kill those traitors! I knew we couldn't trust them!
You're in it with Olga too!
Once more and we can go home!
Fucking traitor!
Leave her alone! Get him!
What the fuck? Von Bergov will hang us for this. All of us.
There was no other way.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Christ. Such carnage. Von Bergov did this.
His right hand, Hashek.
Von Bergov didn't want anything like this. We were just supposed to... Fuck!
He was taking revenge for the ambush.
If you'd listened to me, I told you to...
It doesn't matter anymore who told who what, goddammit! That was yesterday's shit! Now it's all new, and we're up to our necks in it!
Von Bergov will be expecting Hashek to return.
Exactly! And when he finds out what happened, he'll raze Samin to the ground.
What are we going to do?
First, I have a few questions for Alder here.
All right. But quickly, please.
Why did you join those bandits?
Because von Bergov is a traitor. A scourge of this land. Isn't that clear?
Your father is his vassal. Didn't it occur to you what would happen when he found out? Besides, a noble siding with such a rabble.
If I'd known, I'd never have consented to such a thing, believe me.
Because your spine is so bent from old age that you can't even stand up tall and straight anymore. Those bandits, as you call them, are the only people in this domain with the courage to stand against injustice, for a righteous cause. But it seems that means nothing to all you here.
Enough. Remember who we owe our lives to. Have a little humility. Since we've lost everything else because of you.
I'd rather live in squalor than in a golden cage as von Bergov's rat.
Who are they, these allies of yours?
Good checks, for the most part. That's all you need to know about them.
They're common murderers. They took the lives of my people, innocent people.
No one who tries to strike bargains with von Berghoff is innocent in our eyes.
Now you've gone too far.
This is a war. All sorts of things can happen. As long as that criminal sits in Trotsky, there will be no peace in this domain.
There's no peace because of that very band of yours. The one you even left your own wedding for.
But we almost had him!
My God! Why do you punish me so?
Does the name Istvan Toth mean anything to you?
Why do you ask?
Because I have a feeling you must have come across him. And he has something that belongs to me.
Aye, I know the name. He joined us not long ago.
He's a traitor!
Traitor or not, we can use every man who will stand against von Berghoff. But he's a foreigner, and I don't trust foreigners much.
What will we do?
Von Berghoff already knows the outlaws are based in Nebakov, and he's planning a big raid. We can take advantage of that.
If we're lucky, and he believes what Henry and I tell him, hopefully he'll only take out his wrath there.
Meanwhile, we could flee.
And leave them to their fate? Betray my comrades in arms?
Older, look around you, damn it. Was this not enough for you? If he wants, von Berghoff will raise every castle for miles around to the ground.
When does von Berghoff want to attack Nebakov?
Only he knows for now.
And don't even think about warning them. We must disappear immediately.
If we're to save ourselves, we'll have to cover our tracks.
What do you propose?
Well, it might sound mad, but Hasek was planning to burn down the fortress, and we
I think I know where this is going.
must do the same.
Are you mad? Burn down our family seat?
Oh, Older. Henry's right. It's the only way. We can't stay here and pretend nothing happened.
Do you have anywhere to go?
Yes, I suppose so.
Be sure to go as far as possible. And you should set off this very night and make sure no one sees you. We'll give you until morning, and then we'll send news to von Berghoff, and then it's in God's hands.
The two of us will go back to Trotsky now, and put on the best charade we can for von Berghoff.
And not a word to anyone about what happened here. Anyone.
If it all works out, and if we ever meet again, I'll repay you.
Let's not delay any longer, Older. God protect us. And you as well.
We should ride back and report this to von Berghoff. Henry, you think we made the right decision?
Definitely. You saw the hell Hasek and his men let loose, didn't you?
That's true. But von Berghoff won't just let it go. I don't know if we should return to Trotsky at all. What if he notices something? What if we slip up? Fuck. What then?
We'll have to pretend we didn't want to get involved. And only survived due to luck.
Right. Hasek wanted to handle it himself and leave us behind. So we only just made it out. And... God, Henry. I don't know if I can do this.
We must. Like always.
What a knack.
God! Go! Quick! Nice one.
You're not from here, eh? Around here, you need a light after dark. Ugh. You're ugly. Now I know
Good doggy, good boy.
I'm sorry.
We're back from Semin, sir.
About time, too. We will talk about everything in my chamber. Let's go.
Sir, with regard to Semin...
I hope you bear some good news, Lord of Perkstein.
Well, unfortunately not, sir. Things went wrong. And old Samin and his people attacked us.
What? And where is Burgrave Hashek?
Hashek is... dead.
Dead? How? And what of his men?
It grieves me, sir. But none of them survived.
How did it happen? Speak.
It turns out Alder was working with the bandits. He even left his own wedding to help them ambush you.
That rat!
Lord Samin didn't want to turn over his son, so a battle broke out. Hashek and his men fought valiantly, I must say.
And what happened then? It sounds like the Semin folk stood no chance.
At first not, sir. It was all over soon. So then we searched the fortress and found Alder wounded.
And the Burgrave gave orders to kill him, just like his father.
Well, they would have ended up on the gallows anyway. I still don't understand what happened with Hashek and my men.
Well, up till then, everything went smoothly, if you could say that. Hashek ordered the fortress to be torched as a warning to others. But then, the rest of the Samin garrison suddenly pounced on us out of nowhere, and a terrible massacre started. Hashek. Never in my life have I seen anyone fight like that. He must have caught 10 arrows covering the retreat. But to no avail. In the end, the fortress was in flames, and only the two of us made it out alive.
I hope the flames could be seen all the way to Nebakov. Those bastards will soon meet the same fate. That will be all for now. I will speak with the Chamberlain about the steps we shall take against Nebakov. I will announce my plan to all my vassals and allies at the evening feast. I will be expecting you both.
Certainly, sir. Come for me in the evening, so we can go there together.
Do you know when von Burgov plans to attack Nebakov?
I'm not a soothsayer. I don't know any more than you, Henry. I reckon he'll announce his plan to his vassals at the banquet.
What can we do in the meantime?
Wait? What else? Try to amuse ourselves? You can manage that by yourself, can't you? Come and pick me up this evening, before the banquet. You've come just at the right time.
It looks like we'll eat and drink our fill before going into battle, eh?
It'll be mostly a lot of pointless small talk, if you ask me.
You're not looking forward to the feast?
I'm fed up with this waiting. I'd rather set out right now and wring fuckers' necks one by one. And above all, I want to put that lying fraud from Nabokov in irons.
That makes two of us. We'll get him. Don't worry. I'm sure von Burgov has good reasons for caution.
I hope so.
What's wrong? You seem like you're in a strange mood.
Are you surprised? After what happened at Samin?
All that happened is that we prevented the worst possible outcome.
I'm not so sure about that. Young Samin deserved punishment, no doubt. He was in cahoots with the bandits and betrayed his lord. He defiled his honor. And if it comes out that we helped him escape, it's my neck that's on the chopping block. And yours.
The Older may have been a traitor. But what about his father, Agnes, Captain Gnarly, and the other innocent people in the fortress?
They're all Lord von Burgov's subjects. And they were covering for a traitor.
Well, maybe. But still. Were we supposed to just watch while Hashek's soldiers cut their throats?
You'd better hope our compassion won't be the death of us.
But nobody knows about us, and nobody's gonna look for the Semines. But that's enough of that. We don't want anyone overhearing us. Let's go to the feast, all right?
You're right. Let's go, before all that's left is a pile of bones and empty pitchers.
Lord Capon and his page. At last.
Good evening, friends. Join us, please, and sample what our kitchen has to offer. Wench, pour Lord Capon some wine.
We have excellent Hungarian wine, sir.
Thank you. I won't say no. I'll be glad to drink to our upcoming victory over that rabble from Nabokov. And perhaps to an alliance against other such saboteurs throughout the Kingdom of Bohemia?
Well said. Just what I like to hear. What do you say to that, Ulrich?
It is certainly gratifying to hear a young lord expressing such concern for our country's fate.
True. It is admirable that you are determined not to betray your Uncle Hanush's trust. Our agreement stands, of course. But I'd like to remind all of you here that politics is mainly about making the right compromises, not hasty decisions.
We have the same interests, Sir Otto. We'll be happy to help you deal with those criminals at Nebokov. And let's hope that our cooperation doesn't end there. You know better than anyone how many similar bands plague our kingdom.
Well said. It seems Hanush and Rezig have an eye for capable and eloquent servants. As soon as we are finished with that rebel, I shall write a reply to your letter. But now to the business at hand, my friends. We discussed this long and hard. But we came to the conclusion that the best thing would be to catch them by surprise. And for that reason, we will set out for Nebakov at the crack of dawn tomorrow.
And we will string up the insolent bastard who commands the bandits from the nearest tree.
More wine, Lord Chamberlain?
No, thank you. The Lord Chamberlain needs a clear head. He will lead the assault on the fortress.
What? Sorry, sir. But did you say we'll be under Ulrich's command?
Who else? My captain is injured, and I am expecting an important visit. Unfortunate.
Aha. And may I know what the Lord Chamberlain's plan is?
Of course you may. It's nothing complicated. We'll pass through the Trotsky Gorge early in the morning and reach the fortress unobserved. A quick charge will get us over the palisade, and we'll catch that rabble by surprise. They won't know what hit them. Ha ha!
I'm sorry, sir. But isn't that kind of frontal assault needlessly risky?
Risky? Peasants with pitchforks could handle that rabble. Have no fear, Lord Capon.
Well, that wouldn't be my plan.
Sorry, sir, but I think my lord here has more experience of soldiering than your chamberlain. He fought with valor during the conquest of Pribyslavitz and the siege of Talmberg, and I think he'd be more useful.
I have no doubt Lord Capon is very experienced for someone his age. But I'd rather entrust my forces to someone more mature. You're not offended, I hope. Ore.
Oh, perish the thought, sir.
It's thanks to the Lord Chamberlain that this castle is standing. I have complete faith in his abilities.
My friend, send your servant to the smithy for armor and to see
Catherine, sir.
To see Catherine for wine for the journey. We'll move out as soon as the sun rises. Be so kind and get me another pitcher of the Hungarian wine, will you?
As you wish. Just a moment, Lord Chamberlain.
I promise, sir, that this will be my last wine today. The next wine I drink will be to celebrate our victory. Ha ha ha!
Your health, then, gentlemen. Eat, drink, and be merry. But don't overdo it. Tomorrow, I expect you to display your knightly valor for our rightful and joint cause.
Anything else, lad? Cat got your tongue, lad. Go and have fun.
Ah, junger Mann, komm her!
Ah, you must be that Henry from the Lord of Lipa, eh?
I apologize.
Ah, a strange lad.
What's the discussion about, gentlemen?
We're just talking about the ambush on Lord von Bergoff's men.
Apparently, it was the same man who attacked your company by the pond.
Aye, no doubt about it. It's the same band of troublemakers.
Who got the better of you twice, eh?
Zweimal?
That's right. They say that at Nebakov, Lord Capon parleyed with someone pretending to be old Nebak. But in fact, it was none other than the leader of those disgraceful scoundrels.
Dann ist es ja kein Wunder that puffed-up Capon won't talk to us. He's afraid we'll make fun of him.
I'm sorry, sir, but Lord Capon did nothing wrong. It wasn't his fault.
Watch your tongue. You don't want Henry to take offense and fly off the handle again?
Ja, du hast recht. I went too far. If I've offended you, Henry, we can settle scores. I'm at your service. But if you'd rather try your luck, we can have a game of dice. That strikes me as a better option than going at each other with swords. Wie war das? Do you play dice, friend?
Nah, not for me. I don't play dice.
Das ist schade. Aber was soll man machen? It could have been fun.
I'd like...
Anything else, lad?
I'd like to speak to Sir Otto.
Certainly. What is it, Henry?
Would I be right in assuming nobody else knows about the content of our message yet?
Correct. And that is how it will stay, until I decide on my reply to Hunch.
What about the League of Lords? Do you think you'll convince the other nobles as well?
Careful now, young man.
The war hurts everyone, without exception. And that is why it has to stop. Everyone agrees on that. Each one of us has to consider what he can do for peace in the land. You can show what you can do tomorrow, when we settle scores with those bandits.
We'll make short work of them.
I'll try not to let you down, sir.
Certainly. We will talk tomorrow when it's over. I do not let capable men go unrewarded, Henry.
Hey,
apologize.
Henry!
Ah, good to see you. At least I know one person here. I wouldn't mind a few more feasts like this now and then. Have you tasted the Hungarian wine?
I remain on duty, so I can't. But when I see how the others are enjoying it, Saka, I miss Prague.
You're a regular martyr. For my part, I'll be happy to have a drink. On your behalf as well. What about you and the local women folk? Got your eye on anyone?
Come off it. I'd have to stand in line behind Herman and his ilk. I'd rather have a drink with you.
I never say no to a pretty woman.
Eat, drink, and be merry. If you've wine but don't drink, or have grapes but eat gruel. Don't be surprised if I call you a fool. Hey, Henry! Good to see you. Christ, do you even drink at all?
I apologize.
What's wrong, Henry? Am I invisible or something? Come on, Henry. You can have a drink afterwards.
Shall we have a chat?
Hey, blacksmith boy. What are you doing there? Get over here. Stop.
What is it? I thought a good old feast would cheer you up.
You call this a good feast? Nothing but puffed up peacocks sucking up to each other, pretending they don't smell of dung. And the Chamberlain. My God. I can't take another moment of that fool.
Sod the Chamberlain. He's a conceited idiot.
And how many battles has he won, eh?
You heard Lord von Burgov. He trusts him.
Ulrich is a master of the quill, that's all. By the way, thanks for standing up for me.
You're welcome. I definitely trust you more in battle than him.
When push comes to shove, I won't be paying much heed to that buffoon's orders.
I get that, but you gave von Burgov your word as a knight that you'd help him. That band of cutthroats killed our men as well. And we don't have a chance against them on our own.
Maybe. You know what? I've had enough. I'm going to bed. But don't you forget to stop by the smithy for my sword and armor. And fetch some wine from Catherine. If you want my advice, try not to get too shit-faced. We've got a battle to fight tomorrow.
Don't worry. I'll take care of it.
All right. Good night then, Henry.
I won't show you where wine makes me go hard, Florian. Hey there, my friend. Got a moment?
You have a poet among us, eh?
Me, a poet. I leave that sort of thing to Florian there. Women swoon in his arms, and then men swoon in exasperation. There's a poetic soul for you, if only his verses were any good.
Seems Florian makes your blood boil, eh?
Aye, he's too big for his boots. He needs to be taught a lesson. But I'll pay him back for his jokes soon enough.
Tell me more. I'll be glad to help you.
Excellent. I need to get Florian back for one of his jokes. It should hurt him a little.
What did he do to you?
He persuaded a certain damsel to let him dress up in her clothes. When I sang beneath her window one evening, they all thought it was hilarious. And that twit threw lilacs down to me from the window.
How awful. How do you want to get your revenge? Challenge him to a duel?
Nothing of the sort. No violence. We'll just make fun of him a little. I know that one damsel gave him a ring, and it'd be interesting to slip the ring to her best friend.
Now, that sounds like a pretty cruel joke. But I'll be happy to help. Where can I find the ring?
He's bound to have it in the chest next to his bed at the very top of Crone Tower.
Ah, now I see why you don't fancy going there.
Well, the most important thing is that everyone sees I'm here, but nobody will notice if you leave. All you have to do is bring it to me. In short, if you need...
I'd like to have a bit of discourse with you, young man.
Well now, you've made quite an impression, friend.
What do you want at this time of night?
I'm supposed to collect armor and a sword for my lord.
Aye, but that horse has already bolted. I'm clean out.
What? You don't have anything?
Lots of other knights were here. You should have come earlier, that's all.
But Chamberlain Ulrich himself sent me here.
I'll be happy to give you what's left, but it ain't the best. I reckon you'll have to do the mending and sharpening yourself.
As you wish. But I'll go and tell the Chamberlain. You think he's going to get his fingers burnt because of you?
What? Ulrich is my friend.
And I have friends among the local nobles who the Chamberlain surely won't want to annoy.
All right. Maybe I was a bit hasty. I'll find you something better. I still have this left. Take it. It's yours.
See now? Where there's a will, there's a way. Sucker. If you want something done, you have to do it yourself.
What do you need?
Good doggy.
Good day to you.
Excuse me, have you seen Catherine?
What do you want her for?
I'm supposed to get some wine from her for Lord Capon, but I can't find her.
For that handsome young man? I'll go and get her, and you can forget about that ninny Catherine.
Well, the thing is, they told me...
Forget it. God knows where that cow's got to again. I ain't seen her all evening. But don't worry. I'll be happy to give you wine for Lord Capon myself. I'd just like to ask if you could open the spice chest for me in the meantime. The lock got stuck again and won't open for love nor money.
Who locked it like that?
Nobody. It's one of Osena's amazing locks.
Fantastic. He really is quite a blacksmith. Sure.
Thanks. Farewell, my friend. Christ, pardon me.
I've opened the spice chest for you.
Really? That's clever of you. I couldn't budge it. I won't bother looking it again from now on. If someone pinches something, I'll blame Osena and his rubbish locks. Here's some Hungarian wine for your journey. And give my regards to Lord Capon. May the Holy Virgin watch over you in battle. Take care, have a nice evening.
I'd like to have a bit of discourse with you, young man.
Sorry, I don't know your name, my lady.
This is Johanka of Zhernov, Henry.
Pleased to meet you.
I know who you are. My companions here talked about you. And the stories were somewhat madcap, if you don't mind me saying so.
Nothing more than a couple of silly misunderstandings.
The pond, the stocks, and the gallows. Quite a nice series of misunderstandings, if you ask me.
Your life was on the line more than once, young man.
You're right, Father. And not just my life, Lord Capon's as well.
Well, that sounds interesting. Won't you tell me about it? I'd love to hear about adventures right from their hero himself.
I'll be glad to tell you my story. Where to begin?
The best place to begin is at the beginning, isn't it?
You're right, of course. That would be best. Lords Hanush and Radzig entrusted us with delivering a message to Trotsky. It's a long way from our home in Ratai. So we made camp by a pond to bathe a bit before presenting ourselves to the local lord. We didn't have time for that, because a band of cutthroats suddenly attacked us. They killed without mercy, and our men had no chance against them. We had no choice but to jump into the water and swim for our lives. I still don't know how I didn't drown. I can't swim, you see.
Truly divine intervention, my son. God clearly wanted you to be saved.
Truly shocking and terrifying. Tell me, what awful thing happened next?
It was a bloodbath, my lady. Then they followed us into the rocks and chased us through that labyrinth like rabbits. I thought we were done for. There was no way out. Nothing around but rocks and pitch black night.
I see your lives really were in danger. You are truly brave.
We were saved by a good-hearted old woman. But later, we got involved in a tavern brawl. Well, The brawl was started by my Lord Capon, actually. Manual labour would have been too humiliating for him, you see. Even more humiliating than having the local guards pour, slops over us, it would seem.
No, that is truly awful.
But it's true. Everyone thought we were stinking vagabonds, which led to a whole misunderstanding.
Bailiff Thrush put them in the stocks.
Yeah, like I said, they took us for ragamuffins.
Fair enough. But out with it now. Why did they punish you?
I admit the bailiff was right to punish us. But we would have won the brawl otherwise, my lady.
Excellent. I think people are wrong about you. You're a sincere and brave young man, Henry.
And rather entertaining company.
Yes, I agree. It's a pity my good friend didn't hear your story. She would have been very interested.
Who do you mean, my lady?
Unfortunately, she just went outside to get some fresh air. But the easiest way to put that right would be to go and find her. Would you escort me, Sir Knight?
Certainly, my lady. I'd be honoured to escort you.
Excellent. I'm sure the learned gentlemen will excuse us, won't they? It's a lovely night outside, and it's a little stuffy in here, so a walk will do me good. Come on. A lovely summer night. It was horribly stuffy inside. Thanks for rescuing me from the claws of those two old vultures.
Yeah, of course. But I thought...
I know what you thought. Some men are terribly slow-witted, that's all. Like my late husband. But maybe I underestimated you, eh?
I don't think you're the kind to fall for pretty poems.
Well, well. Finally an exception that proves the rule.
I'm no good at poetry anyway.
That's enough talk, silly. Embrace me. Let's enjoy this night. It wasn't made for sleep, after all.
I've got your armor and wine for the journey.
Let's see what von Berghoff sent me then.
I'm gonna give that blacksmith Ostener a kick up the ass.
What do you mean? It's not that bad.
Well, if it hadn't been for me...
What about you? Ready for battle?
One moment. I have to get ready.
Get a move on then. I don't want to keep that...
I'm ready now. We can head off to battle.
All right. No more farting around now. I can't wait till we smash those whoresons' faces in. Oh, damn it. But so what? Let's go. I can't wait to put that fraud from the right on irons. With the force we have, we'll take their little fort in a trice. What do you think?
I agree. It certainly won't be a long siege. Nebakov isn't Talmberg.
Exactly. We won't be needing a trebuchet this time. A couple of ladders and a battering ram will do just fine. I'm almost worried the foot soldiers will get it done without us. And I won't even have time to swing my sword.
I can't wait to repay them for their kindness. I can still feel the spot in my shoulder where that arrow hit me at the pond.
Never mind your arrow. What about the humiliation I suffered? The rope is too good for those knaves. I'd have them quartered if it were up to me.
Aye, and quartered at least 3 times for what they did.
You're right. I'll ask von Berghoff to send for a truly skillful executioner. And when we've dealt with that band, Hanush is sure to acknowledge that I've made up for my mistake. Everything will be back to the way it was before. Audentes fortuna juvat!
How was the Hungarian wine, gentlemen? I hope you don't have sore heads this morning.
Don't worry, Lord Chamberlain. My head is clear. A real knight knows how to behave on the eve of a battle.
What about your faithful servant and protector here?
I'm ready for battle, sir.
I'm glad to hear it. Sir Otto has charged me with keeping you safe. I hope you don't have anything against me escorting you today, Lord Capon.
I can't say what an honor it is for me. I suppose someone doesn't want me to mess up again, eh?
But Lord Capon, taking care of our guests is right and proper.
You, Sir Ulrich, should worry about not getting too many bloodstains on you today.
We all have our orders, and mine are to defeat that band of scoundrels in Nabokov. Why dally, then, when we have work to do? To battle, gentlemen! Open the gate! We're moving out.
That outlaw and his band really fucked with us last time, eh?
I'm just hoping he won't fuck with us again now.
There aren't enough of them that can tackle this kind of force.
True enough.
And to think, I drank a toast with that fucker. Christ!
I hope you enjoyed your wine, Lord Capon, since old Nebak was chewing on dry straw in his own cellars.
Don't you worry, Chamberlain. I'll see to that sneaky fucker in person.
You two are pathetic. I get the impression you're afraid to go into these woods, even with an army around you.
I think I can see now why your lord barely escaped with his life. Maybe his captain underestimated the foe as light-heartedly as you.
Weigh your words carefully, young man. You didn't fare any better yourselves.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'll be a lot more... What the... My God! Where? Christ!
Shit!
Hey! Get out!
Give me your hand!
Come on!
Get up there! That bastard! Now he's really pissed me off! We have to get out of here! Shall we turn our back? We'll find our way through! Quick! Down the path!
Show your...
You here, Henry? I need you here!
I'll hack your arse
To
off.
me!
Get him from behind!
Henry, cover up!
Hurry, you fool!
This is all your fault.
Shut up! Help me! Quick!
Christ, man. I don't know why I'm bothering with you. A bit more. Come on. Try to help me, for fuck's sake.
My God!
Henry, grab the Chamberlain and let's get out of here. We have to get away. So help him.
I'm here. I'll help you.
Fucking scum! Whoresons! Bastards! Curs!
Fuck me! Ulrich's dead. Let's get out of here. Hey!
Capon!
Henry!
Hands!
Help me!
Christ, I have to go to him. Capon! Hands! Christ, I have to go to him.
We have to find a different way. But fast! There are more There must be a way through somewhere. Bleeding like a stop. Big. You're dead. We have to get away. They're coming.
Slice him up!
You're one ugly flanking. More of them.
You led him on nicely.
Let him have it. My breathing to the devil.
I'm hit.
Smash him on the head! Kill him! Slice him up!
Come on, find a way out of here. I'll slow them down. Come on. We have to get away.
Go on then.
We have to get to the mill. We'll lose them on the other side of the stream. Christ! It's the same everywhere! The massacre! Quick! Down to the mill and cross the stream!
Let him have it.
What's that?
No mercy.
There are shooters behind the wagons!
You're mine. Let him have it. Nicely done. Next.
Let's go down! We'll lose them on the other side of the stream!
Oh, I can't see him. No mercy.
Where the hell are you,
Capon!
Henry?
Where the hell is he? I have to go to him.
We have to get out of the gorge and down to the mill!
Hans? Hans! Look at me! Hans!
surely get a nice fat ransom for Lord Capon of Crutchstein.
You'll have to take him first.
My boy, courage is a thing of honor.
But what you're proposing isn't courage. It's foolhardiness.
Well, better to have honor than to sneak up and ambush people from hiding.
It works, though. War is a nasty business. And it is better to have your head on your neck and your foe on his knees than the other way around.
Now, what is a coward turned to banditry? You should have been a knacker. You'd still have your head on your neck. And your own seat in the tavern.
Shut your stupid mouth. You have no idea who you're talking to.
Yeah, to a weasel. Who shoots from the bushes instead of a fair fight.
You think so, huh?
Why dirty your hands with him, Captain? One shot.
I'm actually starting to think this young knight deserves a fair chivalrous duel. If he's good enough, I'll let him live. So, my boy, let's see what you got.
Ha! Fuck you! Is that what you call fighting like a man?
Make him dance!
Damn it! You're good.
Shishka, you all right?
Do you reckon you can trust an outlaw to keep his word of honor?
The best laid plans of men don't always come to fruition. As the saying goes, man proposes, but God disposes. And then boots you right in the balls. All I wanted was a quiet life. Nothing more. Take it easy. Have a bit of fun now and again. And not piss anyone off too much. Apart from the Uzit's bailiff. But that's a different matter. But there's spiteful tongues everywhere. Well, you know how it is. And they complained about me to the man up above.
What? Him?
No! The bishop!
And then they kicked me out, saying I was a disgrace to the parish.
What disgrace? A man has to enjoy himself from time to time. They couldn't just kick you out for nothing, though, could they?
What's taking so long?
Let me make it clear. I am the very paradigm of Christianity. But the church has more priests than parishes. So all it took was a bit of spiteful gossip. And then someone else got my parish.
Aye, folk can be swine.
So actually, it suited me fine when Anush and Radzig's boys went missing, and I could hit the road to look for them. My nag Bibiana is happy to stretch her legs a bit finally, even though she's well past her prime. She's so unused to it. When I tied her up by the gate here, she nearly gave me a kick.
What boys are you looking for? If you don't mind me asking.
It's no big secret, but I can't talk about it without...
Sorry, I didn't mean to pry.
Without having a drink inside me.
Ah, the ale's on the house, of course, Father.
Ah, excellent. It's these two young fellas that recently set off for Trotsky with a letter and haven't come back. One's a blue-blooded fledgling and the other's a smart-ass smith. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, sucker. Everyone who was at the Semine wedding knows them two. They caused such a ruckus that they was nabbed and locked up in Trotsky.
Well, I never. I'll go straight there then.
Well, Father, the thing is, a big force left the castle this morning. And they were ambushed in the ravine near the Barkov Mill. A terrible massacre. Folks say all hell broke loose there.
Folks do like talking about hell.
Seriously. I heard the Trotsky Chamberlain himself copped it, and his whole company with him. And most likely, your friends and all. I'm sorry.
What? Who's that? You said they were locked up. How could they be in the Chamberlain's company?
Annie and Kuba from the Barkov Mill saw it. They managed to get away when it all started, and I think they said they saw them two there and all. Ask them yourself if you want. They're in the barn round the back. Kuba took a hammering, but he's well enough to talk.
They could be mistaken though, couldn't they?
Well, if you want to be sure, you can go and see for yourself, Father. The ravine ain't far from here. From the inn, follow the road east till you get to a big crossroads. And at the chapel there, head down towards the forest. Oh, by all accounts, them bodies are still lying there. I hope to God it was over quickly for them.
Surely not all of them. Those two lads are as tough as old boots. Oh, thank you, in any case. I'll go and ask around, and God willing, I'll get them in one piece.
Hope dies last. I'm sorry I haven't better news for you. Safe travels, Father Godwin.
God bless you.
When they tried to steal Alden's book.
How could I forget? Those idiots make... so much noise.
Justice in the world.
Have mercy on me.
Please, God, make Cooper better again.
God be with you, lad. I need to ask you something.
Oh, Christ. Cooper's in a bad way. He got shot. He needs to rest. What do you want from him?
What happened to you?
An awful disaster. Our mill was like suddenly in the middle of a battlefield. In the evening, some men burst in on us, herded us into the barn and wouldn't let anyone out. And then, in the morning, the ravine suddenly turned into hell itself. Awful. Dreadful.
Easy. You have nothing to fear now, lass. What did you hear from the barn?
Branches snapping, horses whinnying, yelling, and infernal crashes and bangs. We tried to flee, but Cooper was hit in the shoulder by an arrow.
We hid until it was all over. And then, by then, them bastards had other things to worry about. They took some captives.
I'm looking for two friends. The innkeeper told me they were involved in that skirmish. Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein and Henry, his page. Have you heard those names?
Lord have mercy. They were the ones that was taken captive.
Are you sure?
Aye. After what they got up to at the Semine wedding, half the domain knows them. They was hanged.
My God! Surely not. There must have been lots of people there. Maybe you made a mistake in the confusion.
I'm sorry.
How can you be so sure? How far away were you? What happened exactly?
I'm just saying what I saw. That's all.
I'm asking if you're sure. Would you swear to God? Well, speak!
Before Almighty God? Well, maybe. I mean, it was all a bit chaotic, that's true.
I'll leave you to get some rest. I must find my friends, however they ended up. Da Deus Fortunae.
Oh, was that Latin? Are you a priest or what?
Aye, I'm a priest.
Merciful Mother of God. That's some good fortune at least. Could you bless Cooper, please? Maybe he'll get better if you put a word in.
Of course. I'd be happy to. Benedictio Domini sit vobiscum. Benedictus qui venit in nomine Domini.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Father. Here, take this and pray for us, please.
Farewell, my friends.
Please, God, make Cooper better again.
Suffer the most. Careful.
So, Bibby, shall we hit the road?
This horse must...
Quick! Go! Yeah! Go! Quick! Quick!
Not far now, Viviana. I'm supposed to take a left at the crossroads.
Go! Quick!
tracks lead to the right. Tread carefully. That company must have headed into the thicker forest. They use the trees as cover. Easy, easy. Nice and slow. Wagons. They probably use them to block the way and prevent a retreat. Smart. I should keep my eyes peeled. They rained arrows down on them. Good God, what a bloodbath.
Stop gaping and clear off, or are you looking for trouble, hmm? Whoa! Whoa! What are you gaping at?
You'll pay for that, you whore son! You'll be fucking sorry!
Quarterfuck! Now you've had it! Just you wait!
Slowly, nice and slow. God Almighty, bless their souls. And they blocked their way forward as well. They were trapped. The man who planned it in any case. The innkeeper wasn't exaggerating. It looks like a Turkish raiding party swept through here.
Damn it, where do you... Hey, I told you quite clearly to stay in the forest. You're welcome to anything you find up top, but stay away from here.
God be with you, lad. I'm not one of those corpse looters.
Listen, one more step and it'll be...
Calm down. I don't want any trouble.
Oh? And who?
The Lord God, my son. And wine, every now and again.
What are you saying? You're a priest? You don't look like no priest.
I hear that a lot. But it's God's truth.
So who are you looking for, Father?
I'm looking for my friends. And I want to make sure they aren't among the dead. Can you take me to your commander?
All right, follow me. Eric can decide what to do with you.
Move it, idlers. Bury them properly so the wild animals don't get to them.
Eric!
What are you doing here? You're supposed to be on guard at the mill. I made it quite clear. I want that fucking rabble kept out of here. Who's this? Your pa?
No, sir. He says he's a priest, and he's looking for someone. So I thought...
Quiet! You, speak! Who are you? And who are you looking for?
Godwin. I'm a priest and I'm looking for my friends. Or their bodies.
And what exactly do you want from me?
I'd like to ask what happened here.
What do you think? A battle is what happened, and the best side won. Us. Now I've got to clear up this mess.
Sorry, this might sound stupid, but I've just arrived and I've no idea what's going on here. Who did you defeat?
The cream of the local fiefdom. That bastard von Burgo threw everything he had at us, but it wasn't enough.
It looks like you crushed them badly. Did you leave any survivors?
I don't think so. So if your pals were against us, you'll find them in that pit there.
I hope not. I don't think you'd throw a nobleman into any old hole.
Nobleman?
Aye, a nobleman. I'm looking for the Lord of Perkstein in this page.
The Lord of Perkstein?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, and Henry of Skalitz.
The captain took some prisoners with him, but I've no idea if it's them.
You'd better hope it is. Now that I've introduced myself, I'm keen to know who you might be.
You may have introduced yourself, but I don't know why I should believe you. Whoever heard of a priest with a sword under his belt?
I get your point. De omnibus est dubitandum. Let's just say I'm whatever I need to be at the moment. A priest, a warrior, a tireless lover. After all, the Lord helps those who help themselves, eh?
Well, you know how to preach. Maybe you really are a priest. Right then. My name's Eric, and I'm in command here.
Excellent, Eric. I'd like to see the prisoners. Will you take me to your captain?
We'll see. Have you brought a ransom?
I still don't know if they're dead or alive. So first, I want to see them.
Right, fellas. We'll finish this. If you want to keep your head on your shoulders, clear off on the double. Did you hear what I fucking said? Get lost, or it'll end badly.
I won't take orders from you, you dog! We're outnumbered, but we can take them. And then I'll take you to our prisoners. Deal?
If we survive.
Let's see if you're as good with that sword as with your tongue. Come on then, you assholes!
We'll kick your ass! Sorry, motherfucker! You wanna try me?
He's dead.
Fuck you!
No shit, fucker.
We'll
Fuck! I'll take it on my own!
Had it.
Fuck! That was something! They got what they had coming, the fucking thieves!
I'd say it's God's punishment. Requiem aeternam dona eis, Domini.
You really know how to wield a sword. Tell me, where did you learn to fight like that? And leave God out of it this time?
In the Battle of Kosovo. I did a bit of traveling when I was young, and lopped up a few Turkish heads along the way.
And you settled down in your old age?
Till recently, I was the parish priest in Ujits, near Sasau.
Sasau?
Looks to me like you're going to need a bigger hole for the bodies.
We're not gonna dig graves for those fuckers.
It might not please our Lord, but I have no sympathy for them.
Who gives a damn about such scum? Let the stray dogs have them.
Anyway, what about our agreement?
Still on? I'll take you to the castle, so you can talk to the captain. He always appreciates a good warrior.
What castle?
Nabokov. Although, castle might be a strong word for it. So tell me, Godwin. So tell me, Godwin. Why are you looking for those two anyway?
Oh, they're my friends. I hadn't heard from them for a long time, so I set out to find them.
Surely a priest can't leave his parish just like that, can he?
Mother Church isn't happy with me.
Look, that's Nabokov up on the left. It's got a commanding view of the whole valley. Now tell me, do you ride as well as you wield a sword? Let's see. I'll race you there. Yeah!
Yeah! Yeah! Go! 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 Go!
Well now, you're a fine horseman as well.
Bibiana might look like any old nag, but there's more to her than meets the eye.
Bit like you. In any case, welcome to Nabokov. We'll leave the horses here. Not to worry, our boys will take good care of them.
A very nice fortress. How did you manage to take it?
In a moment, you can ask the captain yourself.
I can't wait. Wait here for me, Bibiana. I'll be back soon. And maybe I'll have the two little blighters with me.
Open the gate!
Where's the chief? I've brought him a guest.
Just now he's interrogating some captives.
Call him. I believe they're still alive. You're in luck.
I hope so.
What is it, Eric? I'm busy.
This here is Father Goodwin. For a priest, he's handier with a sword than most of your men. He helped us against some bandits. And he's looking for Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
Well, well. This is quite a turn-up. I've just had a very interesting chat with this Capon. And your Istvan. Now I think I want to have a chat with you. Go and wait for me in the tower.
God be with you, Captain. I expect you're the master of this fortress.
You surmise correctly. Who are you? And to what do I owe the honor of your visit?
As your man-at-arms Eric said, I'm Father Godwin. I'm in the service of Sir Hanush of Lipa, and I'm looking for his nephew.
Hanush of Lipa, eh? Interesting. Did I hear correctly that you're a priest? You don't look the part.
Ne credas aurum, quid resplendent ut aurum. Perhaps not, but I am. And who are you, sir?
You don't need to know my name. I'm a knight, and that should be enough for you.
Conversing with a man without knowing his name is a little awkward. But so be it. Am I to understand, Sir Knight, that young Lord Capon is alive and well and is in your captivity here?
You understand correctly. And he's in better shape than I am. I don't have this bandaged eye for fashion. That page of his did this to me.
It doesn't pay to underestimate that one. He's one of the few who can hold his own with me, whether sword fighting or boozing.
Boozing? You're a proper priest, then.
Unfortunately, the bishop had other ideas.
I have a feeling that's just one chapter in your colored history. Am I right?
You don't need to know that. I won't confide in a man who won't even introduce himself. You have my friends, and I want them back. So what do we do about that?
Straight to the point, eh? You're a man after my own heart. So what do you propose?
First of all, I'd like to see them. to make sure they're safe and sound as you claim.
They're both fine, for now. You have my word.
The word of an unknown knight? That's as much use to me as a...
As the word of a dubious priest with a bloody sword in one hand and a wineskin in the other is to me.
Well, let me put it another way, Sir Knight. I don't know what happened here exactly, who you are, or what your quarrel with Otto von Bergau is. But I guarantee you that those two greenhorns won't interfere with your plans, and you've no reason to hold them.
I'll have you know, these two greenhorns came with Otto von Bergov's army to conquer this fortress, and they were the most dogged of all his men. And I have to admit, the best as well, as my eye can testify.
I've no idea how they got mixed up in everything, but they only came here to deliver a message. As you no doubt well know, Lord von Bergau is on the opposite side of the Lord of Lipa. So if that pair joined up with him, they must have had a damn good reason for it, believe me. But that's by the by. It's over and done with. Release them. I'll take them away and Sir Hanush will be in your debt.
Tell me, father, what price does Sir Hanush put on his nephew?
I have no idea.
Then why are you here?
I'm supposed to bring them back, and that's what I intend to do. I was afraid at first that if anyone was going to hold them captive, it'd be von Bergau, and I'd have to party with him. Ah, well. Man proposes, and God disposes.
This whole story of yours sounds to me rather suspicious. How am I to know you're not von Bergov's spy? Maybe I should throw you in the same cell with that pair.
Excellent! At least I'd get to see them with my own eyes, and not have to put up with any more horse shit from a lying cyclops!
Enough! To hell with you! You've got no ransom, and you don't want a parley. So we're done here. Be glad I'll let you leave in one piece.
You won't get rid of me that easily. Rebellion! They're attacking!
I came here to get them, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Looks like you know how to use a blade.
Fighting Turks will teach you that.
Hungary?
Kosovo.
If you help me, I'll let them go.
Up and at them!
If I help them, he'll release Henry.
What are those moves for fuck's sake? I'm not afraid of anyone but God Almighty. Come! Blood, yeah! Ready to die? Fucking hell! He knows how the sword for a dead strike. Hey, you got him! Man, we'll kick your asses! Like that! Fight for that! Good! Fight or give up! I'm getting sick of waiting! True blood! Yeah! Fuck! Now you're for it,
Show your stuff! Light him up! Good hit! No, you're mine, you bastard! Here's the last one! Nice hit! What's it to be, you wretch? Watch out! It's a rebellion! That won't work for me! Die, you swine! What's it?
You think you can scare me?
Got it!
Not a chance! Whether you're a priest or not, I have to admit, you're damned handy with a sword.
Likewise. But what the hell was that all about?
It looks like those friends of yours were right. Von Bergov's spies infiltrated us. Istvan Toff and that Eric of his.
Eric? Where is Eric?
Fuck! To the captives, quick, before it's too late!
I hope Hanush has enough coin to pay the ransom for you. As for you, well, we'll see about you.
You! Tough! You swine! You're lucky I can't get to you, you treacherous cunt!
Bark at me, you dog! Who the hell do you think you are?
Where's my sword?
Who is this? Madman! Surely you're not going to listen to some vagabond?
What, but you think you should listen to Sigismund's bitch?
Enough!
What's he talking about?
You clearly don't know your own men. Although this one is Sigismund's man. We've already had the honor.
They're making up shit to avoid the gallows!
So that's why you were so keen to avoid that battle.
We were defending the castle as you ordered!
Throw him in the cell with Nebak.
I'm sure he'll get on just fine together.
You're making a terrible mistake!
We'll see about that.
Zhishka, you want it at the gate?
Shit, I'm not done with you yet.
Now you're done for. You'll pay for everything you've done.
Why do you think so? The little misunderstanding with the captain will get sorted out soon enough, one way or another. What's interesting is that you cross my path again when I'm doing what I do best. Fate, I suppose. We have the same fairy godmothers. Whores.
You dog! You're in the mood for jokes? After what you did here in the fortress? Give me one good reason I shouldn't strangle you on the spot.
Strangling your rescuer would be a mistake, Sir Yaramir. A big mistake. And most likely a mortal sin.
Rescuer? What are you on about?
Why do you think you're still alive? Thanks to me. I persuaded Zhishka not to get rid of you for good.
Don't listen to him. He's a liar and a traitor to this land.
And a loyal servant of King Sigismund and our Sir Otto von Burgau. Just like you, sir. Or am I mistaken?
Otto von Burgau?
Indeed. While these two support that drunken, good-for-nothing Wenceslas, like that bastard Zhishka.
Why did you help him then?
It was a direct order from Sir Otto.
What order?
Gain Zhishka's trust and stop his perfidious raiding once and for all. Unfortunately, getting away from here in time and warning Sir Otto about the trap was harder than I expected. And that's why I'm locked up here now. In any case, you wouldn't be alive without me. Believe me, sir.
Don't believe him. He's a common bandit. He did the same at my hometown. Attacked castles, murdered, and plundered.
I was given a direct order by my lord, who is yours too, and I'm carrying it out as best as I can.
Behind bars?
Like I said, if everything had gone to plan, it wouldn't be us in this dungeon, but Zhishka. But don't worry, sir. I haven't said my final word yet.
Well, I don't want to be too hasty, but all right, I'll take your word for it. For the moment. You'll regret it if you're lying to me.
No doubt.
I'm glad you've revealed your true nature here in front of everyone. Zhishka will be pleased to hear it.
Will the captain believe someone who attacked him with von Burgau's forces, or me? That remains to be seen.
I'm sure Sir Yaramir will confirm it.
Sir Yaramir isn't stupid enough to want to get rid of the only ally he has to hand. Isn't that right, Sir Yaramir?
We'll see.
Assuming there will be any discussion with the captain.
You're just trying to wriggle out of it.
You may be in for a surprise, Lord Capon.
Where's my sword?
Your sword? You're still bothered about that? It's only a piece of iron. I have to admit, your father did a good job on it, though. Beautiful work. His last.
You won't look so pleased with yourself when I'm gutting you with that sword.
I'm not sure you'll get the opportunity, to be honest. If either of us has a chance of getting out of here alive, it's certainly not you.
Don't try it on. You fled from Talmberg like a thrashed dog. And if it's true you're working for von Bergov, you haven't done too well. All your men are dead, and you're here in a cell.
For the time being, wait and see.
Ha! I get the feeling you touched a nerve there, Henry. This vermin doesn't have a backup plan.
I'll be free before you know it.
And how do you intend to get out of here?
Surprisingly, I have better prospects than you two. And waiting for a ransom is only the last resort.
Who would pay a ransom for you?
Don't tell anyone, but how about the man who sent me here? And he's close by. Unlike Lord Hanush is at the other end of the country.
Zhishka would have to be out of his mind to release you.
Really? People like Zhishka know coin is more important than revenge. You can't pay a band of mercenaries with nice feelings. Besides, seeing what happened, I don't think Zhishka is going to want to stay long. And I wouldn't expect him to wait around until a messenger brings a ransom from Ratai. One way or another, he won't have any need for you. Either of you. And that's when my time will come. Are you afraid?
I'm gonna get you.
No one's yet built the gallows I'll swing from, boy.
I don't think Henry's planning to hang you. It's more likely to rip your gut open. And I'll be glad to help him.
When did you start recruiting Radzig's people, Eric?
What's the matter? Lost your tongue?
I think he was looking for this.
You swine! Ugh.
You better hope your father pays a nice fat ransom.
Rot in hell!
Eric! We're just about to do some gutting.
There's no time for it.
There's always time for this.
No! We've got to flee now!
There'll be time when we meet again.
What the fuck was that?
Fuck it!
Praise be to our Lord Jesus Christ. Gentlemen!
It's Godwin!
You know, I thought I'd be carrying your bodies home. Can't you even deliver a letter?
I will get those fuckers.
They're riding to Trotsky. You were right.
All you had to do was trust us.
Trust you? When you came at me with von Bergov's army? Sorry, but my eye doesn't see it that way.
Maybe we wouldn't have come at anyone with an army if they hadn't tried to kill us earlier, and weren't cozying up with that bastard Istvan.
There might be some truth in that. We got off on the wrong foot, all right. But it seems we have a lot to say to each other.
Too right. I have to admit I'm getting a bit lost in all this mess.
You're not the only one.
Well, let's start with you, Captain. You know all of us, but we don't know you from Adam.
I am Jan of Trotsnov, also known as Zhishka. These days in the service of Jan Sokol of Lamberg and Margrave Prokop of Luxembourg.
Prokop? Jobst of Luxembourg's brother? What a coincidence. We're here at Jobst's instigation.
Well, Sir Hans, the problem is Prokop is at this very moment in Sigismund's jail in Pressburg on account of Jobst's treachery, which doesn't exactly make us allies.
We know about his past, but it seems he's changed his mind and sided with King Wenceslas. After all, we came here to try to make Lord von Burgov and the League of Lords turn against Sigismund.
Jobst can be very convincing, and then all of a sudden his dagger's in your back. I've seen him twist and turn so many times that I don't believe a word he says. Be that as it may, what you said means we, here and now, really are on the same side.
Aye. But what I want to know is how it came about that instead of delivering a letter, those boys joined our enemy.
Von Burgov maneuvered us into it. It was easy to win us over. Zhizka here attacked us first, and then von Burgov. And Istvan was with him too.
And Istvan was actually working for von Burgov all this time.
Where did you pick up that bastard, Zhizka?
When I came here, I was putting together a band, and he turned up, along with Eric and a couple of others.
You recruited him? Just like that?
Lord Capon, when you do what I do, you don't get to choose from the best, but the worst. And he was good at our trade. So good, I didn't notice he was setting me up.
If you're in Sokol's service, as you said, what exactly is it you're doing for him?
Waging war, as you've no doubt noticed.
There's a fine line between waging war and marauding.
As a man of your experiences must know, war takes many forms. And since King Wenceslas and Prokop are imprisoned and the Czech noblemen are useless, we're doing the best we can alongside Sokol. We're making life difficult for the traitors who are in league with Sigismund. And Otto von Burgov is traitor-in-chief.
Did you want to kill von Burgov?
Of course. And as you know, we almost succeeded. But just making his life hell was enough. Making sure he lost as much coin and manpower as possible so he couldn't help Sigismund. And we hit him where it hurt, believe me.
So you were doing the same as Toth was doing in Sasau, in Sigismund's service? Or maybe even von Burgov's?
I suppose so. I also understood from what he said that he'd been harassing the enemy a bit too, but he didn't say who that was. Now it's clear why.
Harassing a bit? No offense, but you're a dabbler compared to him. Istvan took Talmberg Castle. He assembled a huge force and almost seized control of the entire Sasau region. The whole region had to band together to put an end to his mischief.
And did you?
I should say so.
You see then, this whole region also banded together against me. And did they stop me? And who did you say the dabbler was?
Why do you think Istvan joined you when he's on Sigismund's side?
That's a good question. Either he just needed coin and joined the first band he came across, and when he found out who I was, he secretly did an about-face and planned to double-cross us. Or he was already Sigismund's spy when he joined us. Anything's possible.
Why did Istvan let you ambush von Burgov instead of telling him you were at Nebakov? If he's on his side.
Well, that's not so mysterious. It all happened so fast that he didn't have time to do anything. What's more, I kept everyone inside the fortress before the battle. For that precise reason. So no idiot would give us away. Although it's true he wanted to avoid that battle. He tried to talk me out of it. And now we know why. While we're on the subject of Istvan, I understand you have some history between you.
It's a pretty ugly story. As Lord Capon said, He went marauding in our Sasau region. He seized Talmberg Castle, imprisoned my father, and stole his sword. And his commander, Markvart, killed my mother and stepfather while they were raising our village.
That's a long list.
Well, I understand you were out to harm von Berghoff, but why did you attack us, for God's sake?
We saw you meet up with his garrison. It looked like a friendly encounter, so we figured you were with von Berghoff.
You killed all my men! They were good lads!
And you killed my men. Though some of them were far from good.
War is a nasty business, Captain. What happened, happened. And it's a burden we all have to bear.
Tell that to Oates.
Yeah, war is a nasty business. Men kill each other, I get that. But your men wanted to rape innocent women. There at the pond.
Nobody raped anybody. I personally made sure of that.
Well, that is true. You killed one of your own.
Like I said, in my trade, you don't work with the best, but the worst. It's hard to keep them reined in sometimes, but I do my best, as you saw with your own eyes.
Do you know Catherine?
Who?
The girl from by the pond, for whose sake you killed your own man.
No.
You killed your own man to protect a woman you don't know?
Looks like it, doesn't it? Nobody has tried anything of the sort since, so they got the message.
How did you manage to set that trap in the ravine so quickly? We only heard about the sortie the evening before.
I have my sources.
Come on! I think you can trust us after all that's happened, can't you?
I'll give you a piece of advice, Lord Capon. Don't trust anyone.
If there's one thing I can't figure out, it's how come you suddenly turned up here, Godwin?
Or would you rather I hadn't?
Certainly not. You came at just the right time. A positive godsend.
I have the feeling it wasn't God who sent you, but my guardian Hanush, eh?
He dropped by to see me just as the bishop was kicking me out of my parish. He said you'd been gone suspiciously long, and I was wondering where I was going to live. So we made a deal that I'd go and check up on you.
That was a good idea, I must say.
I think so too. For a while, I was worried I'd have to take you home in sex.
How did Semine come to join you?
Von Berghoff is a bad master, and you're not the only ones who don't like what Sigismund's doing in Bohemia. It wasn't hard finding allies who hate him. What actually happened to Semine?
Von Berghoff sent his men to take revenge on him. Both Jan and Olda are alive, but they had to flee. Henry and I helped them. It was a close shave. We burnt down the fortress to cover their escape, so von Berghoff wouldn't suspect anything.
Oh, thank God for that, at least. They're good men. It would be a sad loss.
What are we gonna do now?
We can't stay here. God knows what plots those fuckers are hatching right now. We should get ready to leave. Von Berghoff may have lost lots of men, but he won't take this lying down. Word will get out about his humiliation, and the League of Lords will come to his aid.
Where will we go?
I don't know yet. What about that Jobst of yours? Should you send word to him?
He's still somewhere in Brandenburg.
So the best thing would be for all of us to go back to Ratai. Wouldn't you like to join us, Zizka?
That sounds like a plan.
You see? Oh, and would you like me to take another look at your eye? An open wound is the last thing you want on a journey.
Is medicine another of your skills? On top of sword fighting, boozing, and preaching?
Giving the last rites isn't the only thing I can do for a fallen man. War is a good teacher.
All right, then. You could look at the bandage for a start. The stench bothers me more than the pain.
Sorry about your eye.
You're lucky it was this one. It must be cursed. I almost lost it as a child already. And then you came along. Still, I have no one to blame for challenging you and taking off my helmet. I'll hand out orders and come and join you in the fort. Sir Hans can take you there.
Oh, fucking hell. God. Holy shit!
Don't worry.
I'm sure it doesn't look half as bad as it feels.
It started to fester. I'll have to clean that out.
Just get it over with. Will he survive?
With God's help.
That's not what I asked.
The wound isn't deep. As long as it doesn't fester, it'll be all right.
So, he won't go blind?
He won't lose his eye. He just needs to get a good night's sleep.
We all do. We're leaving early in the morning before von Bergov comes and kicks us out.
Can we help somehow?
Aye. Go to bed and no more fighting. And keep your hands off our Clara. Got it? But if you really want to be useful, you can help Bluster load the cart.
I think I know where we're most needed now. I'm going to need your help.
Leave me out of it. I'm still seeing stars from that bang to my head.
I'll be happy to help. What can I do?
We should say a few words for those who can no longer hear anything. And dig their graves. It's been a hellishly long day today. Thank God we managed to survive until evening at least. Now it's time to go to those who were not so lucky.